Plaintiff Daryl Ballard is a pastor who claims the defendant damaged his reputation and his church by spreading lies in their town. He's suing for $5,000. Defendant Michael Anderson claims the plaintiff has threatened him with violence and spread lies about him. He's countersuing for $5,000.
Case number 119 on the docket, Ballard versus Anderson.
Okay. The plaintiff, Mr. Ballard.
Yes, sir.
You are suing the defendant, Mr. Anderson, for $5,000 for defamation. Mr. Anderson, you are suing the plaintiff for $5,000 for defamation. A cross suit here. Why don't we start with you?
For the past 5 years, the defendant has consistently, persistently defamed me in the neighborhood. I'm a well-respected pastor in the community. I've done flood reach out work. I give Jordan tennis shoes to straight-A students. I have been at that residence for 12 years. Once Mr. Anderson arrived 5 years ago, it has been downhill from there, chaos. He has defamed me, calling me a fake preacher. He has defamed me, saying I've destroyed his property. And he has defamed me, saying that I'm stalking him.
You called him a fake pastor?
Yes, he told me to suck his.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
March the 23rd, I had hired this guy to spread some rocks in the driveway. Mr. Ballard goes in the backyard, jumps in his pickup truck, bags it all the way to the front. I almost hit my truck. Then he said, "You seen me coming, you could have moved your truck." Wow. Then I said, "Man, you can talk to me better than that. Only thing you had to do is ask me to move, and I would have moved the truck." And then he said, "Oh, you got a shovel. I got something for that." And then he just went back to his truck like he had a weapon. So then he just started cussing me. "I dare you to come over here. I beat you so-and-so, so-and-so."
Lies.
He did this constantly for 2.5 hours.
Lies.
When the police came,
lies.
I'm a respectable pastor.
Lies.
Every time we go to court, he do this. I has no reason to mess with this man. I have no animosity toward this man. And I respect God to the fullest. But he's playing a game. When he said that, I called him a fake preacher. He didn't nobody tell him this because little kids was around and grown people was around and they heard what I said and they heard what he said. So, I mean, I don't know why this man keep bothering me, because 2016, when me and my girl, we had went into the liquor store and got some liquor. But that same day, he was standing on top of the roof looking over in her backyard. And he said he was fixing the cable. But it's evening time, you wouldn't even work, man. How's you gonna fix the cable? You don't even work, you ain't even got a tool belt. So when,
Your Honor,
yeah, you're not very friendly with each other, I get that.
Yes, sir, it is Hatfields and McCoys. This is a litany of lies. Yes, I was a cable technician, not cable man, but cable technician. Yes, upon legal aid, we were going through a legal counsel, a legal case, where he had filed an order of protection on me. So I had to go up on top to show the place where he had land grabbed a portion of my backyard with the fence that he put up illegally without my consent. That's one. Second piece is, as far as me telling him to suck my, this is gaslighting. This is him saying I did something that he did.
I see.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
No, I mean, it's not how I go. It's not how I roll, but go ahead.
My wife and I were doing spring cleaning. We get to the back. I have a pickup truck. I'm coming around. He is encroaching a driveway that we share. He is encroaching on my side of a duplex. He sees me struggling, first gear, second gear, trying to maneuver around. And he's sitting there watching with malicious intent, talking, cackling with his help. And so I say, out of frustration, "Hey man, can you move your truck?" So he gets belligerent. "You a preacher, you're not supposed to be talking to me like that." Now granted, 5 years has been going on. This is probably the second or third incident. I've been the Christian person. I've been the bigger person. So what he wants to further ignite is to say, "I'm going to call God on you." I said, this has nothing to do with God. This has nothing to do with God. Well, I'm gonna call God on you. I said, call on these nuts. I said, call on these nuts. Yes, sir, you can write that down. That's public record. There's more. He gooses the truck, all right, almost hitting my car.
What particular religion is this?
I am an undergraduate of a very renowned, historically black college and university out of Nashville, Tennessee, that I graduated summa cum laude from. That's 3.99. Got to a full scholarship to Vanderbilt University. I was a Kelly Miller Smith Institute Fellow. I've been pastoring since 2014. So my rep is solid.
Okay.
But when you got talk like this, now I have to cry foul. Because he's been crying wolf so much to where he'll fake a heart attack in court. He faked a heart attack in City Hall. So I'm getting around all this to say he is grabbing a shovel and walking towards me. Now, there are 3 different order protections that he's filed with 3 different conflicting stories about this shovel incident. All of those cases were dropped.
The only cases before me are you guys are suing each other for defamation.
Correct.
Because he's calling you a fake preacher.
Yes, sir.
So how is he defaming you?
He said I'm a bootlegger.
You're a bootlegger.
Yes.
A bootlegger is someone who sells or distributes liquor illegally.
Right.
Do you sell or distribute liquor illegally?
No, sir.
Do you?
Lies.
Why are you saying he does that? You saw him sell liquor?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Sell
sir.
it or give it?
Selling. He sold to my family. He sold to my extended family that I don't necessarily associate
What
with.
are they doing buying liquor from him?
That's not on me. That's not.
No, I'm just asking you a question.
You know, he doesn't sell milk, eggs. He sells liquor. He's a bootlegger.
You don't buy eggs and milk from me.
That's
He
my
don't buy-
point.
he don't buy eggs and milk
That's
from me.
my point. That's
I got a vendor's license.
Let me see the vendor's license. Then I want to listen to your wife.
Those are cooked. So his liquor license that he sells minors. Says liquor license that he shows when he sells liquor and cigarillos to minors in the neighborhood.
Do you have it on tape?
Show that. And just
I didn't
because,
think so.
let me say this. He's trying to make it seem like he's the cowardly lion here. All he does is roar, but he don't bite. So
I knocked you down in 2016, I didn't. When you ran up on me.
And then he lies.
He ran up on me. I got it right here on paper. He ran up on me. When they throw bottles, he hit my car. Caused $1,800 worth of damage. He didn't pay for it. This when he started saying that I was a bootlegger because they throw liquor bottles at my car. They said I was a bootlegger so they can get out of trouble.
Never happened.
I got it on paper.
Let me.
All right, let me hear
I
from
got it
your
on
wife.
paper. I got it on paper.
Hold on, sir.
Man.
She never whooped nobody.
Sir,
I knocked you down.
hang on.
Yes, he is a bootlegger. And yes, Mr. Anderson was in the middle of the driveway when we were trying to back
That's
out.
not true.
2016, I think that's what he said. He knocked him down? No, that is not how that happened. Let's clear that up. You never touched him. What had happened was he grabbed some type of stick or something. I'm standing like here in front of my husband, and he comes towards us with the stick. So, me being the type of person I used to be, I grabbed a chair and start hitting him with the chair. He never touched him. So that's a lie.
Judge
You
Honor,
never touched him.
Judge Honor, he walked up on me and I pushed him.
He never walked up on you. He's not a physical
she
person.
hit me with the chair. Yes, he is. This
No,
man,
he's not.
Yes,
He never
is.
touched you.
Listen,
He never touched you.
I got
Why would he
paperwork.
touch a man with a curl?
I got
It's
paper-
2019. You
I
still
got-
got a Jerry curl.
But I look good, and you know
No,
it.
you don't.
But I look good.
No,
and
you
know
don't.
it.
No, you
And
don't.
know it.
No, you don't.
I look good,
This
you
is the
know
first
it.
time you put on a suit. Let's get real dirty, dusty.
All right, stop.
All right.
Stop. The judge is talking.
First time he had some teeth, too.
Sir, stop
But I
talking.
look good, though, sucker. Sure, Judge.
The judge is talking.
He got a Jerry curl. He's lying.
And
But I
false
still look
teeth.
good. I look good with it.
And he done smoked his teeth.
I'm the only one here with a Jerry curl. All right. Obviously, this is a situation where neighbors are not getting along at all. The problem with the suits It's neighbors fighting. And the suit, though, isn't about who started the fight. The suit is specifically about defamation. Merely saying bad things about someone or calling them bad names is not enough to win a suit of defamation. If people in the neighborhood know that you two don't get along, and my guess is if we took a poll of the people on the streets and say, do these neighbors get along, everyone would have a story, one side or the other, how you guys aren't getting along. In fact, the testimony in your written statements both indicate that neighbors are talking, etc. So people know about this.
Thanks to him.
Okay, you're still a pastor and a respected pastor.
No, and I've suffered a loss of parishioners.
I don't see any evidence that your career is ruined. People say horrible things about each other, but that's not enough to win a suit for defamation of character for $25,000.
Your Honor, I might lose my church because of the lack of parishioners I have now.
You know, sometimes people within the church start wanting a new pastor because they don't happen to like this particular pastor.
Or they hear the strength of people like him saying about other pastors.
If what this,
could be more.
or what this one neighbor says, calling you, hey, he's a fake pastor or whatever, if what one person says can destroy your church, then the problem isn't what he is saying.
My house, when I got there, was known as a house of prayer. When he got there, he turned it into a den of thieves.
I'm not even mad. I'm sorry, Joe.
You really need to humble yourself.
I'm sorry.
Let me say this.
Well,
there's more video.
I'm dismissing this case.
The judge is talking.
The claim and the countersuit are both dismissed.
Sir, hang on.
When it all boils down to it, I will be going into prayer, and everything will be fine.
Amen.
And I'm just glad it's over, and maybe I'll be seeing y'all again, because he probably won't see me again. So.
Hey, YouTube, check out my new show, Judge Jerry. Now, for sneak preview and behind-the-scenes footage, subscribe to my channel now.